Back inside after a thrilling week down at the Chilean mine rescue. So many rich storylines down there. But the one that captured the most headlines in this country involved miner Yoni Barros, his wife, and his mistress. Now that all three are above ground, there is a lot more nuance to this love triangle than originally told. Keep in mind, until about 5 years ago, divorce was illegal in Chile, a country that's almost 90% Catholic, so there are a lot more marriages in name only in that part of the world than in this one. And against that backdrop, Jeffrey Kaufman fills in more details from Copiapo.
Today, the miners came home to a hero's welcome. Florencio Avalos, the first miner rescued, walked into his house followed by his brother Renan, who was trapped alongside him. And Luis Ursua, the foreman, miner number 33, doused with confetti by his family and friends. I never want something like this to happen again, he said, but I can tell you that the camaraderie and the friendship we had will go on forever. Only 2 miners remain at the hospital where they were all treated. Doctors there told ABC News that while they are mostly healthy, all the miners are having a little trouble adjusting.
It's practically impossible to say that they're not going to have psychological or mental consequences or post-traumatic stress.
By late this afternoon, most of the group had been sent home. Now a new set of issues and perhaps worries.
This time it's going to be very hard for them for readaptation, to cope with all the media interest. Life will never be again the same.
Certainly not for one, Yoni Barrios. His is the story of a love triangle that has transfixed the world. But as the story only gets bigger, it may turn out that it's also been a little embellished. The story of how Barrios broke his wife's heart seems largely true, but it may be a little more nuanced than the rumors have made it seem. This is how it's been told, that Yoni's wife, Marta Salinas, was shocked to discover that her husband had a mistress of 5 years when they both showed up clutching pictures of him at the San Jose mine. This is the woman we've come to know as the Mistress, Susana Valenzuela. Emma Sepulveda is a Chilean writer who now lives in Nevada. She is writing a book about the role of the women in this epic story. She says the story that is circulating is wrong.
No, it's not true. I talked to both of them. Actually, the wife came first. But the interesting part is that the lover went to tell her, Johnny had an accident. They live like 2 blocks apart.
Yoni had become a familiar character in the drama playing out almost half a mile underground. He'd had a little medical training as an EMT a year before the collapse, and so he became the group medic, monitoring the men's vital signs and administering medicine.
Dr. House.
They nicknamed him House, after the TV doctor. While above ground, he was getting a very different reputation as a Lothario.
Did the wife know?
She had an idea, but she didn't have the facts. So she basically, the lover went and told her. So she came up here. The lover didn't come the first day. It was the wife that was here with a blanket and sitting in a chair for day after day until, the chimney collapsed. And then eventually the lover came, and I think that's what it was a little bit difficult.
Difficult, but perhaps not much of a surprise.
Had he been living with the mistress, or was she just a secret lover?
No, according to his wife, he has always been a womanizer. So this is not the only story, and so she says that she has forgiven him several times, and now she's not willing to do it because of the public embarrassment.
The emotions involved in that situation with the world watching and us talking about it.
Yes, it is sad. For her, it has been a terrible moment in her life because she feels like so many things have been said that they're not true.
2 days before the rescue, Yoni sent a note saying he hoped both women would be there to meet him when he got out. But at this point, Marta Salinas had finally had enough.
And the lady says, I love myself too much now. I have learned a lot about myself in these 2 months, and I'm not going to be humiliated in public. So
this is his wife.
That's his wife.
On the day of the rescue, everyone was waiting to see who would show up. Chilean TV actually identified the woman waiting for Yoni as his wife. And even as Yoni emerged, he looked a little confused.
Forgive me, it's unclear to us here whether this is the wife of 28 years or Johnny Barrios' sister.
At any rate, it certainly wasn't the steamy reunion he was waiting for. The girlfriend got a hug.
He's got
The
8
wife
brothers
got to keep her
and 1
dignity.
sister.
That didn't stop the headlines. Today, Yanni Barrios left the hospital with all but 2 of the other miners. His wife saying she wished him and Susanna well, and that he still had some things at home that he was welcome to come pick up. I'm Jeffrey Kaufman for Nightline in Copiapó, Chile.